For the next 3 days, I'm going to be training like a motor police officer. Motor officers undergo a grueling 80-hour boot camp in order to handle some of the biggest bikes with the most insane precision. I am here at the Royal Range in Nashville, Tennessee. For the past year, I have been doing over 12,000 U-turns on my bike and the Bikes and Beers Old Police Harley in preparation for this training. I am always trying to be a better rider, and I figure if I can learn to ride like a motor officer, then I can finally master one of the hardest riding skills: flow, speed, precision.
Hi, my name is Ben Wolfe. I'm a police sergeant for McHenry County Conservation District full-time, going on 17 years. I've been training police motorcycle training for over 20 years. Started Lock and Lean in 2012. And I'm still active duty, still full-time police, and still full-time trainer. So traveling all over the U.S. doing this and offering police training to anybody that's wanting and willing.
The motor training course is probably one of the most difficult classes that I've ever taken anywhere, police department, college, or any place else. It's almost like trying to get a large motorcycle into a very small set of cones that are placed in places that they shouldn't be placed at. So it's very, very difficult. Most of the time you go through the class and probably 50% or more of the class fails just because the techniques of the class are so different.
I'd be doing the training on the biggest, heaviest bike I have ever ridden, a 900-pound 2014 Harley Electric Glide. An old police bike from Bikes and Beards. I still didn't know how to pick up this bike, and although I had been practicing a lot with it, I definitely wasn't perfect, but I really wanted to make sure that my training was as close as possible as to what motor police officers do.
A motorcycle such as a street touring motorcycle, and Harley-Davidson has the capacity to carry our gear, to carry us comfortably. Those payloads help with carrying emergency medical equipment like AED, to have our computers, so if a call for service comes up, we can access data ports and see exactly who the complainant is. People can see that there's somebody on the way to potentially help them or diffuse a situation. You know, we can get back to people quicker. And let's just say somebody overheats on a trail somewhere and first responders such as an ambulance or a fire truck can't get back there, or our officers can't get back there on foot. I can get there quicker on the roadway. I can get through traffic. It manages the trails extremely well because they're not super rustic, and we can offer our services to that person and render aid.
Pretty much as soon as we started the training, I already knew this was way harder than anything I had done before. All the layout I had seen was so much tighter than anything I had ever practiced. All the cones were just so big, so close together, and there was so little space in between. I was feeling claustrophobic. This is very different from practicing by myself in a parking lot. The main thing I'm just trying to get out of my head, this one time when I dropped a 900-pound bike on my leg while doing a U-turn, and it twisted my ankle and it hurt so bad that I felt like I was about to throw up. So I'm just trying not to think about that today.
I look at it as you hit 3 this last time, now you hit 2. That's awesome. Now you hit 1, that's even better. Now you didn't hit any, but you dropped a foot. Hey, you're starting to get the feel, and then all of a sudden it clicks. When you go through the turn to help manage your speed and space, just a little bit of that.
Okay.
I also want to see your torso starting to lean forward. You're way too back in the seat. Keep your speed up, and then when you make that turn, look at my posture. I don't want to see this anymore. I want to see this.
Okay.
So like a straight punch. Hey, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Lean forward. Thank you. Now you got it.
They want to be there for us to help us.
They can't hurt you.
They can't hurt you.
Put me in, coach. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our codes.
I mean, most police officers, when they're done being the police on duty, they like to just be normal people like everybody else. So when you were asking about why we don't carry that uniform, right into our training, when I'm not in uniform, I like to blend in. It sometimes puts us in a situation that we could have avoided just merely by, blending in with the everyday person.
What Ben was referring to when he mentioned avoiding certain situations was something he didn't want to share on camera, but gave me permission to share with you. A good friend of his, Motor Officer Sergeant Lee Smith, was on his way to a volunteer gig providing water to the police horses. He was walking and was run over by a driver, who then fled the scene. Lee did not survive. He was wearing a police shirt.
I'm still a police officer at heart. I'll still jump in and help somebody. We're still that person that swore an oath to help other people.
And then move into something.
This is the part where Ben started peeling us off and designating leaders, and he started saying that I should be the leader for my group. I smile when I'm nervous.
That's quiet, Jimmy. That's me.
No choice. You've been selected by that.
He's selling it.
Being put in charge of a group of men old enough to be my dad felt a bit nerve-wracking. And then we'll switch directions outside again, and then I'll stop, and then I was actually just pulling over because my hand was tired.
Well, mine too, so.
Feel a little weird because I'm not normally an authority figure.
I know.
But it seems to be going well.
I do.
Okay.
Don't do the
All right.
wave?
Yeah, you guys want to do a weave next?
Yeah, I guess so. I have not figured it out, so.
Okay, we're doing it there.
What made me become a police officer, number one, was I always enjoy helping people. I really found a lot of joy in other people's joy from something that I could do for them. My father was a career police officer, so he helped a lot of people. Then next thing you know, on TV, I start seeing Supercross and motocross coming on. And then of course, guess what else came on? Chips.
Hey John, you know that stunt, as you put it? It was sheer poetry in motion, old buddy.
You're crazy, you know that?
It was such a draw for me. And when I was 11 and I got my first dirt bike, and my friend got a dirt bike, and we were playing cops and robbers on dirt bikes in my backyard. All of a sudden, fast forward to now, and I work in a conservation district in the forest on a motorcycle, going to help people and maybe chase a bad guy or two.
I know someone's gonna ask me, because someone always asks me what this light is on the back of my helmet. It's brake free. Some like 20-something engineers were on Shark Tank designed it. This mounting bracket makes it easy to put across multiple helmets. And all it does is it flashes when you're stopping or slowing down. The technology in it is called accelerometer and gyrometer. See, it's wire free. It's ready to go out of the box. You don't need to connect it with wires or nothing. It comes in black and white, and I've worn it through coastal flood warnings, tons of dust storms, tons of rain. Still going strong. Battery lasts a long time. We got a discount code for you below, Doodle10. The next day, I was starting to feel the effects on my body of whipping around a 900-pound bike. I'm hurting. I was just thinking after the first day, wow, I didn't drop it. Now I've dropped it 3 times, back to back.
When I was younger and I started riding a motorcycle, I started riding a mini bike. Then my uncle got a motorcycle, and he allowed me to ride the motorcycle, and I got a motorcycle license. But I didn't realize how bad a rider I was until I went to the police department and I went through the motor course. I realized that I really didn't know how to ride at all.
I'm tired. My body's hurting. I'm hot.
Aww. You guys are all beautiful. I love you.
You
too, man. Group hug.
Is writing a ticket necessary for a motor cop? Sometimes. But it's not the focus of the motor officer. The focus of the motor officer is educating the public. So just because they're on a motorcycle doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a ticket. So a lot of tasks that they get assigned are parades, public events, funeral escort, that's about community. Other tasks for us would be checking boundaries. So we use the motorcycle to actually check conservation boundaries where a squad car can't get to. I've used it to look for missing people. So we'll get a call that there's a missing person in a park setting.
Whoa.
And people are out on foot, or officers can't get their squad cars back into these trails, and guess what? I can.
If you want to look like a cop like me, not a lot of people know this, but your glasses and sunglasses can shatter in an accident. You don't want that near your eye. So make sure you wear some shatterproof glasses. These ones specifically are very flexible and thin. They fit great in a full face helmet, even if you don't have slits. I've got a discount code for you below. It's Doodle10. You can get prescription and sunglasses in all different kinds of styles. Protect your eyes.
Day 3. Jerry did tell me about a clutch lever I could change on the bike that'd make it a lot softer, but I forgot, and now I'm paying for it. My arm is so sore.
So all this practice was being done in a parking lot of a shooting range, and I figured before class started, I had to take advantage of that and do something that I hadn't done in decades.
I don't know, I'm gonna make me a little nervous, but this setting feels like a place to do it if you're gonna do it.
Shoot it in bursts, like brr, brr. Put your cheek right down to your mouth. Yes.
I feel like a video game here.
Yeah, I know the bomb.
It's dead.
That was kind of fun. I feel so American right now.
Today is day 3. It is test day. So for the test, you need a 24-point minimum. I'm trying to break that down in my head and overthink it. I'm just going to do my best.
That looks good.
Good morning.
Sure.
A lot of the popularity in police motorcycle training these days seems to be focused around competition and winning a $7 trophy. And for us, it's not about the trophy. Our training is represented through our students, and the legacy of our training carries on through all the successes they have on the street, getting home to their families, staying alive on the job, and getting through the day-to-day.
what we have here is a failure to communicate. You're doing great. And then guess what you're seeing? What do you think is causing it? It's one thing. You see the finish line, and instead of focusing on the task at hand that's right here, you see the checkered flag and you're turning right towards it. Finish the task that's here before you think about, I'm almost done.
Yesterday I was doing that exercise just fine, and today I keep messing it up while he's standing there with his clipboard looking at me with his big eyes. I definitely feel, and Ben didn't say this would happen, I definitely feel the yo-yo effect where I'm like, yesterday or earlier today I did one exercise like back to back to back right, and then I do it back to back to back wrong. So, I don't know, I'm hoping that the test isn't like, okay, it's test time, go ahead and do your 3 exercises, because I think I'll just panic. I'm hoping it's just them observing us while we don't realize it. At this point, although I had dropped the bike a lot, I hadn't picked it up by myself yet. And after one drop, from across the range, one of the other instructors yelled, "Pick it up." I thought it was kind of ridiculous that he thought I could do that by myself, so I figured I'd just try it to prove a point. But actually, I was the one that was wrong. I just picked this up by myself! I mean, maybe I can do it again.
Well, let's hope you don't have to.
No, I probably will.
Honestly, once we get there, that'll be the last thing you need to pass this class.
No pressure, right? This is for my trolls! Hell, please.
Shut it off! Shut it off! Shut it off. Why would you throw that you passed?
Oh my God.
What? Oh.
Congratulations.
Good job.
You passed it all.
Good job.
Good work.
You earned it.
What do you think?
Yes! Where's 102?
Doodle! Successfully completed 24 hours of
Well, the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is an organization that raises money for, I think it first started for men's prostate cancer, and now I think it's even branched out into men's mental health. And basically what they're doing is they're raising money for those ventures. And everybody comes out and has a chance to have a good time, and they're being escorted by police officers who know what they're doing through the city. We're here to help. Most officers that you run into are really great people. Sometimes they're a little reserved because of situations that they've been in, but really overall, motor officers as well as police officers are here to help. And most of us do this because we want to help, not because we make a lot of money, because we really don't, not because we want to put people in jail, because we really don't, but really because we're here to help.
What I wish people knew about police officers is that they're just like them. For us as police officers, we picked our part to help others when they can't find it inside themselves or from others around them to get help. I deal with a lot of emotion, but that doesn't mean that that next person who's having a bad day needs to take on my emotions. It's a balancing act for us as humans. We're just human. There's bad cops, there's bad lawyers, there's bad doctors, there's just bad people in general, but we want to get bad representations of law enforcement officers off the street more than anybody else. You know, we don't sign up for to get a trophy. We sign up to help other people because we find passion and joy in doing just that.